Hello friends! It has been a while since last we spoke. My apologies for that, but here I am with a new video. Hurrah! If you're anything like me, you have a lot of these lying around. A lot of these lying around. Little bits and bobs that are far too tiny to do anything useful with. I want to get rid of them, but I don't want to throw them away. I want to use them because that is so satisfactory. I just love using things up, like up, like not having to throw anything away, up. Like when you... Thanks, dishwasher. Really appreciate it. You know what? I really do appreciate it. So, you know, you beep all you want because I love you. Because you do my dishes. And I appreciate that so much. So, anyway, I intend to use up these yarn scrap yarns. And I hope to do so in an aesthetically pleasing way that will also keep me warm. Because it's spring here right now and it's pretty cold. Yeah. So I need something warm. But I am also very much into this sort of forest witch kind of aesthetic at the moment, which means I want to make something forest witchy, something a forest witch might wear when she goes out with a big basket to gather all sorts of things like stinging nettles and wild garlic. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself, but anyway, these I am going to use to freeform crochet myself a sort of cardigan vest thingy. How might I do this? Well, if you look at these, well, these are not actually the ones I am using, but for instructional purposes, let me show you what I intend to do. Because they're all different sizes, using a small crochet hook according to size is not going to work, so I just bunch them together and then use them as if they were a big chunky piece of yarn. And then crochet. And of course I have varying degrees of thickness in my scraps, so if I have a very thick piece of scrap I might only use that piece of yarn, or maybe combined with a lace weight sort of yarn held together. As long as the colors are harmonious and matching, I don't mind. And if it's a little bit chunky and not 100% you know the same gauge everywhere, I don't really mind. And if I don't mind, why should you mind? Because you don't have to wear it. Flawless logic on my part, I believe.
Nice.
Anyway, I am going to have to overcome a bit of my fear of frogging because I am undoubtedly going to have to do some frogging. Because like I said, I don't have a pattern. I'm just going to freeform it. And sometimes that means that things don't work out exactly as you planned it. Maybe you did too much increases, or maybe you didn't do enough decreases. And the one way to just go about that is to just try, and if it doesn't work out, frog it. And I hate doing that. So I'm going to have to overcome my hesitant attitude towards frogging and just do it. Let's dive in. Here we go. Here's my little rainbow of scraps. It's gonna start at the neck with dark brown and then sort of gradually fade into lighter browns, yellow, cream, and then into green. To start, I crocheted chain stitches until I was satisfied with the length, then crocheted a row of single stitches. After finishing the rest of the cardi vest, I added some more rows to the top of the neckline as it was a bit too wide for my taste. Alright, so far I like it. I've put stitch markers where I'm going to start the sleeves, the back. Also, I sort of guesstimated it at first, put them on, and then tried it on, see where they landed. They were too close, so I moved them a little bit, and now I am content with where they are. I am going to proceed to crochet until the marker, and then crochet a chain of stitches, which will connect to hereabouts, crochet on, and repeat the same thing on the other side, so that I have armholes. And then I don't know, I'll just figure out what to do. I can't reach it. Oh, I pulled a muscle. Ow. First time I did an increase at this point, but that was clearly too much, so now I'm going to actually do a decrease at this point and see how it goes from there on. So, it's been a while since I last filmed, but this is where I'm at. Don't worry, I'll throw it on in a minute so you can see. I added some stash that I didn't initially show because it was turning out to be a little bit short. So I had to frantically dig for some more stash, and lo and behold, I did find some that made a sort of nice transition. So, and I don't know, I might cycle back to brown at the very end because I still have some of this left, and I'm not going to use that for the sleeves because look, they start here. But it's managed to get hopelessly tangled up, of course, because I kept all this stash and the project in one bag, which you should never do. But let me just throw it on so you can see. So that's where I'm at currently, and I think I'm gonna continue with the sleeves now and see how those go. I'm doing this as sort of a cap sleeve because I quickly found out that by doing them all the way around they get very bulky under here, and that wasn't what I wanted. So I'm gonna keep trying it on as I go along and see if it works, and if it doesn't, I'll just rip it out and start over again. So I guess you could say I'm on Sleeve Island.
She's due at 2 to 2. She's coming through on a big choo-choo. She's been away for months, but I haven't cheated once. Stayed home nights, didn't dance, wasn't taking any chance. Didn't flirt, and though it hurt, I just couldn't do my cutie dirt. My days were blue, nights were black, but I just knew that she'd come back. For I love her and she loves me, and say, don't think there ain't no Santa Claus. I know darn well there is, because my cutie's due at 2 to 2 today.
So let's review. I like it. It feels like I'm wearing a hug. It's kind of sturdy and I like that. However, the sturdiness did prevent me from making the arms any longer because it just felt kind of weird. So I decided to make it sort of a crop top arm-wise, if that makes any sense. And I feel that was a good decision. And I like the way the colors go, especially this bit. This is my favorite right here. As I said, I incorporated quite a bit more yarn colors than I initially had planned, but it all worked out fine, so yay. And I actually didn't hate the frogging all that much, because even though this was crocheted in single stitch, which is like the tiniest stitch there is, I guess if I used double crochet or treble crochet, it would have gone much faster, but I just really like the structure this gives me, so that's what I went with, and that's what I stuck with. Maybe next time I will try the other stitches, because Lord knows there is a lot of crochet stitches out there that I still want to try, but just haven't gotten around to yet. So, who knows? Next vest. Have I gotten rid of all my bits and pieces of yarn stash? No, I haven't finished them at all. I still have lots left, but now that I have been bitten by this, whatever this is, bug, I will make some more stuff. Right now I am making a second vest, but that is a gift for someone, so I will not talk about that very much, except to say that I am trying a technique on that vest that I didn't dare use on this one yet. I just wanted to keep this relatively simple. And on that new vest that I'm making, I am using, what's the word? Brain, do not desert me now. You know, where you stab the wool. That's the worst thing. Stab it, stab it, stab, stab, stab. Wool stabbing. Needle felting. That's it. Needle felting. Good old needle felting. Why did I forget that? Anyway, I'm trying needle felting on that vest and making nice thingies, patterns on the vest. Maybe it's time to wrap it up, because as you can see, my brain cells are not cooperative. I can take a hint. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to help me out, you can like, subscribe, leave a comment. Those things help a lot. Or you can buy me a coffee on my Ko-fi account, which is also much appreciated. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye! No, actually, you know what? I do appreciate it. I do. No, actually, thank you, Pinterest. Oh, because Lord knows there's a lot of crochet